Wayne's gathering his parts. He's going to lay his end panels down with the edge band edge facing him. So the first thing he's going to do is put in the diagonal corner cabinet gets a standard hinge plate. There's nothing special about it. There is a special hinge, but not a special hinge plate. And we have a list of the hinges and hinge plates on the FAQ page of our website. This particular cabinet only has hinges on one side, which is pretty common for a diagonal corner cabinet. And now Wayne's going to put the suspension block on, and he's probably going to take that to the floor and hammer that down. That surface on our bench is not strong enough to be able to beat on or stable enough. Pull that to the side, Wayne, a little bit. This way. There we go. I can see you there. So bottom or top, either one. You just want to look at your stickers on your cabinet parts to make sure you're putting the bottom where it goes and the top where it goes. Even though they are mostly interchangeable, just go ahead and do it right in case we make an engineering change that changes something that could be a problem in the future. So I just suggest you always put the top where the top goes and the bottom where the bottom goes, even though currently this particular cabinet, they're absolutely identical. I'm going to pull this end panel back for you, Wayne, so you can get on with it. Next, you flip the cabinet to its face. And you'll slide your backs in. Again, you want the shoulder to the outside of the cabinet or your label to the outside of the cabinet on the back. Now you take your diagonal corner support. We call the piece in the back the diagonal corner support. I'm not positive what's the label call it, Wayne? Back post. All right, so that just slides in, and then he's going to take some screws, and you see here we've got some pilot holes there. So they'll run the screws in. We'll just run some staples on 2 of the 3 sides, and that'll square the cabinet. So all he's got to do is push the back flush to either the top or bottom, either one, and then to the side, and then just toenail some 5/8 up to 3/4 inch, quarter-inch crown staples is ideal. Again, if you don't have a staple gun, you could potentially run some pilot holes along here, step back. So this space from here to here is 10 millimeters. So you could come in 10 millimeters and then half the thickness of the back, which is 19, so 9.5 millimeters. So 19 millimeters would be close enough, 19.5, and drill you some pilot holes and suck it up. Now we're just going to screw the cabinet together like we've done all the others. Again, these are number 6 1.5" screws going into our 3mm pilot holes that we will pre-bore for you as long as you choose to have an unfinished end. In KCD, the unfinished end is determined by you having either put an applied end on it or manually gone and told that it's an unfinished end, or there was a filler. Or you want to check your end panels and make sure you don't have any finished ends if you're using applied ends everywhere. We are on this job. Going to put the diagonal hinges on. So the diagonal hinge is a little different than any other hinge you would use. Wayne's gathering those hinges now, but it's specifically for a diagonal corner cabinet like that. You can see the hinge plates in there. So we're using a clip-top balloon hinge. We have all the model numbers on our website on the Full Access FAQ for which hinge to use for which application. In this case, it's a diagonal corner cabinet. So we've got the special hinges for blind cabinets listed. We've got the special hinges for negative angle for the clip cabinets, or a triangle cabinet, depending on the clip cabinet. Depends on which side you're hinging it on. All right, Wayne, let me get over your shoulder before you snap that. Looks good. Go. So we've got a gap at the top, and that's intentional. We're trying to do a freeze mold on these cabinets. So what that means is we're going to have a molding at the top that crown mold can face mount to, but you also see that the door is hanging below the base cabinet, and we're going to put a light rail behind it. So the end panels will go down that extra 32 millimeters below the side panels, and the light rail will engage those end panels, and then when you close it up, you won't see the light rail. The light rail will be behind the doors. That's it.